Are you actually growing, or are you wrapping yourself into a comfortable Snuggie that you want to feel like growth, but isn't actually growth?
When you study productivity, I'll never forget, I heard this line. Most of us are running around doing what is fun and easy at the expense of what is hard and difficult, but very important.
Next Level Nation, today for episode number 2057. Are you growing or just distracting yourself from the real work?
The second one.
Second one. Nice. Not nice. What was I doing? I think I was looking at, I don't remember what it was. I think it was like I was looking at a book review. And the book review, hold on.
As we all are at some point in the day.
Of course. Well, something came out about an author allegedly in the self-improvement, personal development space. I had to do a little bit of research, and then I was reading about the book.
Do I know about this?
Of course. And somebody said, honestly, this book is just a Snuggie. And I was like, interesting.
Nice.
What does that mean? And then I looked at the other comments, and they said, this book is designed to make you feel good, but it will facilitate almost no change in you. It will facilitate almost no change. So I did a video today on my Instagram, and I talked about this, how a Snuggie is warm, and it's comfortable, and it's awesome.
Did that post get any love?
Which one?
The one you did.
Probably not. No, nobody fucking, if you listen to the podcast, give me a follow, give me some love. I'm out here getting ghosted all the time. It hurts, man. No, I'd probably not.
I think I gave it some love.
I appreciate that. You and two other folks.
Hold on, I'm on there.
You got
some love on there.
I gotta dump
3 comments on there.
I gotta dump the pecs out. And start, the shirtless pictures are doing it. That's what I'm doing from now on. I'm gonna do shirtless self-improvement. That's gonna be the new brand.
That's gonna be the new brand. Let me see how we're doing on Facebook. I want to give Kev some love.
Okay.
Not bad. 35 views. You got
That's terrible.
Mom and memes.
Yeah.
You got 4 likes. I loved it already.
Yeah. Not good.
I remember seeing it going, I wonder how this will do. You started it out with, this is the hard thing about coaching.
Yeah.
Not a great hook.
I don't tell you how to write your fucking posts. Don't tell me what to do with mine.
You actually do.
I used to. Good. I don't anymore.
Yeah, no. I love it. I love it. Look, I remember when I saw it, I was curious. I needed the data. I wanted to see how it did.
It's like, I'm just going to talk about what moves me, and it will move a couple other people.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I respect it. I respect it. I'm glad, dude.
This is the thought. This is the thought process. A Snuggie is warm. You throw it on. You're comfortable. You feel safe. Awesome. You wear that Snuggie out into the wilderness and you're going to fucking die. Versus learning how to build a fire. Learning how to build a fire sucks. It's cold. It's raining. You got to go find the wood. You got to cut the wood. You got to do all the stuff. I need some tinder. I need some kindling. I got to get this going. Okay, I don't know how to do it. The wood is wet. The wind blew it over. And you don't get a fire going, and then you're just freezing that night. One of those is good for skills. The other one is good for comfort. And I think a lot of people end up, how many people have you met that say they're into fitness and they have the shoes and the Lululemons and they got the matching water bottles and the matching Beats and they never go to the gym? That's a distraction. You're distracting yourself from the actual skill set that you're trying to develop.
What do you say to yourself mid-set?
When it's hard?
When you're trying to push it. I say find failure. Do you say it out loud?
No. I don't want to. People are going to think I'm a fucking psycho.
Yeah. I say it out loud.
Oh, I know.
What do you say inside your head?
I say either you hit X amount of reps or your family doesn't come home.
Okay, it's a little darker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No. I think that's good. I think that's...
I don't know. I'm wondering, for my psyche, it could be a little... I failed once with that. But every other time I've done it. But there was one time where I was like, well, sorry, babe. I physically couldn't do it. I might actually die if I try this.
Yeah. Find failure. Up. I say up. Up.
It's good. Makes sense.
Like put the weight up, you know?
It's good.
What else do I say? Oh, focus. For sure.
I say do not.
Focus up. I say focus up constantly.
I remember hearing you say that. I say do not fucking quit. I say that. Nice. I say that out loud.
Nice.
I say that out loud.
I'll say let's fucking go. Up.
This is getting hard.
Focus up.
I like it.
Find failure. I say that in my head all the time. Find failure. Make it hurt. Make it hurt. I say that shit on the reg. Make it hurt. Also, you're not gonna like this one. Suffer. I say that shit. Constantly. Like people do look at me weird.
Yeah, of course.
Especially in my small town gym. The truth is, though, that actually does push you to reach your potential. Just like the metaphor of the Snuggie. You need the Snuggie for when you come home from battle. But you can't bring the Snuggie into battle. You got to bring your fucking armor and your spear and your shield and your sword. And you better come correct, because the world, this is the hardest thing too. I coach, several mothers, and we are often having conversations about how do you, and I'm learning from them too, because I don't have kids yet, but I'm gonna. Emilia and I have had conversations about this too. How do you create the right amount of grit? There's a book called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And she says, I like that Angela Duckworth writes that book from the lens of how to parent. She's like, when I read that book from the lens of being a parent, there's a way, because you can develop grit through goals. You don't have to develop grit through an atrocious childhood. You can do it through setting goals. And I think the higher your goals are, the more grit you'll have to develop. And at the end of the day, even if you didn't resonate with what Kevin and I were saying right there, which you probably didn't, that was necessary at one point for us to win bodybuilding competitions. Like some of these dudes you can't just step on stage. Like these are animals. And if you're going to win a bodybuilding show, I won one, you won one. I won the overall as well, because I'm apparently the man in this conversation. But seriously, I lost 2 of 3, and I was like, I will not fucking lose this thing. I'm not losing 2 years in a row. And there was one dude that was an animal, and I'm going to beat this fucking guy. And every workout for 3 months was that. It was just pure.
It's the worst.
It was the worst, but that's the real work. And on the other shows, I wasn't as disciplined. I wasn't doing what was hard and necessary. I was doing what was fun and easy. And again, I did some hard work, but at the end of the day, it is obvious why I lost the other ones and won the one I won. It was just one of them was much more, to the metaphor you used earlier. It was in the woods, in the rain, lighting fire, hungry as hell, texting your ex-coach. I was like, dude, I need a refeed. I'm freaking out. He's like, if you want to win,
too bad. Oh, you need a refeed? Too bad.
Too bad, yeah. And he was right. I won. So I appreciate it. And again, at the end of the day, don't set goals that are bad for your mental health. But I do agree that a lot of us are avoiding the hard, painful stuff, when in reality, that actually is what we need. I'd rather have pain now on my own, by my own choice, than pain later because I avoided pain for so long.
I agree. It's like, would you rather feel good now, or would you rather be able to feel better later when things are going wrong? Because they're going to go wrong eventually. And the Snuggie's only going to get you, it's only going to get you so far. It's only going to get you so far. It doesn't help you develop. It doesn't help you evolve. It doesn't teach you skills. It doesn't teach you strategies. It doesn't teach you it's not, that's the new thing. So there was bumper sticker self-improvement. This is Snuggie Self-Improvement.
What's an example of Snuggie Self-Improvement from your perspective?
Man. I don't know if I have a good example. I'd have to see it.
Oh, I have and I didn't ask you because this just came to me.
Please.
There's someone I'm having on my podcast, Business Growth University. His name's Michael Burt. We interviewed him way back, 2 times actually. We saw him speak. We were supposed to see David Meltzer. David Meltzer's slot got changed, so we ended up seeing Michael Burt, and he crushed. Very, very, very strong speaker. I felt very bad for who came after him. Seriously.
Yeah, that dude was in trouble.
He was in serious trouble because the whole audience didn't care. I mean, he went from full engagement to no engagement. So, but I was listening to a video of his on his YouTube channel, and he said something, and I want to keep this anonymous, but I kind of don't. There's a company called Strategic Coach, and we've had clients in the past that have worked there. And I'm not trying to hate on Strategic Coach because I've read many books from them. What they do over there, I think they have valuable concepts. I really do. I like their mental frameworks. But he said something that I loved because we've had some clients that work there, do Strategic Coach and all that kind of stuff. He said, I was a part of Strategic Coach, the Strategic Coach program. And I realized at some point, and this was keep in mind, he's giving a speech on what he calls prey drive, which is motivation. Like being ignited and motivated and competitive and being driven. He said, I realized I got to get the fuck out of here. Like, this is a bunch of people trying to learn how to work less.
I have worked with many people, a fair amount of people from Strategic Coach, and that is the same. And again, I'm not crapping on it. I get the same exact vibe.
It's a vibe, right? I can't listen to those books without losing my drive.
You achieve a certain level of success, and then you use your money to work less. That is what I saw from that. And again, I didn't work with a ton of people from there, but a couple.
I've gotten some world-class mental frameworks from there. But I'm not going to lie, when I listen to those books, I'm less driven. And that's dangerous. It is. It depends on your goals. Again, it depends on your goals. Now, here's the deal. I'll never forget listening to this guy. I'm going to keep it anonymous. I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone. But I listened to this guy, and his concepts are awesome. And he wrote a bunch of books, and I read them all. And I was like, yes. And I told Emilia, I love this. This dude's smart. I love this thinking. I love his thinking. I kept saying that. I love his thinking. I love his thinking. I love his thinking. And he was talking as if he was jacked. Dude, on these books, he's like, I'm in better shape than I was in my 40s, and I'm in better shape than I was in my 50s. Dude, I saw a live speech of this guy, and I was so upset. I was like, oh my God, you were acting like you were some world-class athlete. You're not even remotely in shape. Now again, everything's relative. You can see the pain in my voice. Listen, I come from a different industry. I'll be brief about this, but I did fitness. I was a fitness competitor, fitness model, fitness coach, 43 photo shoots, bodybuilding competitions. I remember when Kevin and I were bodybuilders and we came into the personal development space, and I remember thinking, there is personal development in the fitness industry. There is not a lot of fitness in the personal development industry. Like, what is that about? You and I have been to events where we looked around and there was a couple other bodybuilders, but not many.
You remember when we were at, I think it was Brendan Burchard, you'll remember the dude.
I know who he was. He was an animal. It was unbelievable. Yeah, and his partner was in great shape too.
Yeah, they were something different. They were something different.
And I respect it. I mean, you can't fake that. And he was natural, I think too. And again, he didn't seem too out of this world. Like, you can kind of tell natural physiques versus not natural physiques. At least I can.
Sometimes.
And again, sometimes it's tough. But I feel like he could have been natural. And it was just an impressive specimen. And I know what that takes, the work that takes. But dude, I looked around that room and I remember thinking, Kevin and I, the dedication and the work ethic in fitness is just significantly higher. And in my head, it's, well, we're in a personal development seminar. Where's the fitness at? And again, I'm not trying to be unkind to anyone. I just came from the fitness space. And when you're in the fitness world, I mean, everybody is just so fucking driven. You notice that when you were in the fitness world? I mean, dude, there are people in the fitness game that are fucking animals. And they do not miss. And they work 3 hours a day in the gym. And they don't miss a supplement. They have a regimen. And then I remember getting into this space going, why is everyone trying to work less? Like, that doesn't work. In fitness, you can't work less. You have to be more dedicated because you can't pay for a body. Apparently you can now, which is plastic surgery and all that. But again, Kevin and I like that we're getting our bodybuilder back.
Same.
I feel like we are swinging back to 5 and hopefully doing it in a healthy way.
Next Level Nation, what is happening? If you've thought to yourself, I want to try coaching,
but you don't really know where to start, group coaching would be a wonderful place for you. That's really why we created it in the first place. We start a new round every 90 days. So if you're hearing this, go to the website, nextleveluniverse.com, and we have the landing page where you can actually hold your spot right now. Even if there's a group going on right now, you can still lock your spot for the next one. The biggest thing that we've seen is as we get closer and closer to the date, unfortunately, some people end up missing. The group fills up and they can't do it, and then they end up regretting that. So please head over to the website. The link will be in the show notes, and we would love to see you there. You asked before that what an example was of Snuggie Self-Improvement. Remember, we were talking about this. If it's meant for you, you can't mess it up. That literally suggests that you have to take no personal responsibility, and it was like supposed to happen. That's dumb as shit. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel really, it's like, okay, let's say you have two mentors. One mentor, you go to them, you're struggling in your relationship and you're not leading effectively and you're list of things. You go to your mentor and you say, yeah, I don't know. I feel like nothing's going right in my relationship and I can't figure it out. And they say, oh, yeah, no, super common. It's all your partner. Yeah, your partner sucks. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yep, change nothing. Honestly, that's probably not going to work. Next one will be better. Fuck yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're the best. What do I owe you? $17.95, boss. Okay, got you. Cool.
In this case, probably 10 grand.
Yeah, that'll be 10,000.
That'll be 10,000.
That'll be 10,000. Second person, you go to them, and they say, "Look, Kev, between you and I, you kind of letting it slide a little bit. You're not really like." You're not showing up as the best version of yourself, right? Well, no, I mean, I'm overwhelmed. And no, that's not what I asked. I didn't ask that. No. I know because you're...
Where are you riding the lightning?
You're focused on growth, I know. Are you more emotionally available or less emotionally available than usual? Yeah, I'd say less. Okay. How do you think that makes your partner feel? Probably unseen. How would you feel if you felt unseen? Well, yeah, no, that's fair. And you go in this beautiful conversation and you leave there saying, damn, shit, it is, I do have a part to play in this. It's not just them. That one makes you feel really good and sets you up for failure. The other one, you don't feel as good, but you have more competence to avoid those bad feelings again. That I think that's all Snuggie Self-Improvement is I'm going to give you a little bit of something to make you feel good, but so the next time you don't feel good, you'll come back to me so I can help you feel good again. But I'm never, ever, ever going to try to give you the skills so you can fly the coop and never come back. I think those are the two diverging paths of personal development. It flows better with self-improvement.
I made a decision when I turned 30 to get rid of all that. There's an expiration date on realizing that doesn't work.
Well, we're going to talk about that tomorrow a little bit as well.
I'm excited. And I just connected this now, but for years I've been trying to use fitness as a metaphor for the necessity of suffering toward goals. And Kev's like, nah, it's not suffering. It's painful, but it's not suffering. And you like the pain in the gym, right?
I mean,
that's what you've been saying, basically. You enjoy it. Okay.
I enjoy it.
I think you've learned to enjoy it. I think I'm that way when it comes to facing tough mirrors. I'm not kidding. When we get off the meetup yesterday, Amy and I, we talked. I don't care about the win. Awesome, right? I'm so great. I don't care. It's not relevant. Where did we suck? Where do we need to get better? That's what matters to me. I care about getting better. I said this to you years ago. I said this to Emilia when we first met. I said, I just want to get better. Like if you want to actually support me, you have to care about telling me what is necessary to get better. You called me fat and I thanked you. You motivated me. That I appreciate it. Now, I don't want to be treated disrespectfully. I don't want to be bullied. I don't want you to be a fucking dickhead, but I do want you to tell me the truth where you think I could be better. And you better be leading by example, and you better be not telling me to do something that you have no merit to talk about. But at the end of the day, I really appreciated that. And I appreciate the feedback. And I think the way that you've reframed pain in the gym for fitness growth, I feel like I'm working really hard on. What hurts me emotionally isn't, oh, damn, I'm not smart enough yet, or, oh, damn, I'm not working hard enough, or, oh, damn, my injury, or, oh, damn, I'm kind of fat. That doesn't, and again, fat's a bad word, dumb's a bad word, I get it. For me, I don't have a negative association with being fat. I was tall and lanky. I don't have any negative association with being fat. I've never been fat. I've almost never been fat. Based on, I can think of one time I gained 60 pounds in 6 months and most of it was fat. But at the end of the day, it's not about the words I'm choosing. It's not about being dumb or fat or any of that stuff. I think when we are treated unjustly, or we are bullied, or when people are trying to be unkind, or people are attacking you, like Kev can say, hey man, you're really letting it go. And I'm saying it because I care. And I know that you care. That to me is not an attack. That's you sincerely caring about me. And I think that that's really powerful. That's what a good coach does. A good coach cares enough about you and believes in you so much that they want to see you flourish. And they believe in you so much and they want to see you win so badly that they are willing to tell you the truth, the hard truth that no one else will tell you. I told Kev this in the past. I said, I don't even want to tell you this. It would actually behoove me to not mention this.
Many times.
But I want to see you win. And once you do get on the other side of that and you grow and you develop and all this stuff, you get to see these people flourish. And to me, that's the biggest satisfaction in the world, because you get to see these people achieving all their goals and dreams. I mean, I obviously talk a lot about my failures and where I suck and all that stuff, but ultimately I have so many people that are just achieving all their goals and dreams. They're consistent, they're attractive, they're in shape, they're just fucking killing it. And I get to witness these people that are just flourishing way beyond any statistical norm. And I know that a lot of it comes down to hard conversations that are not Snuggie Self-Improvement. They're not. My conversations with me are never going to be Snuggie, because the goal isn't fun. The goal is not warmth and cuddly. The goal is to look at where you are currently inadequate so that you can improve. And I think that that's one part of the equation that I think a lot of us are missing. Yeah.
I agree. And I think I said this in the video. I understand that life is hard and there's a lot of resistance you're already facing. You just have to find the right amount. I'm not saying you have to go stand in traffic naked to get an idea of where you're at in terms of your fitness. I'm not saying that. That's probably not constructive. I can't imagine that's constructive for most people.
I can't imagine that's constructive for anyone.
Right? I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that are like, you know what? I'd actually like to give that a go. So like that'd be pretty exciting. It's like, let your flag fly, my friend. You let your flag fly.
You're probably going to get arrested, but...
You're definitely going to get arrested, but maybe you're into that too. Like, who am I to tell you how to live your life? Just find the right amount of it. If you had the worst day ever, you should probably snug up. Yeah, you should probably get in that Snuggie and watch a movie and make some popcorn and you do your thing. If you're like, I feel like I left a lot on the table today, I really could have put more in. All right, let's face some truth. Do you really need to hit snooze every time it goes off? No, you don't probably. Do you need to hit snooze when you can't fall asleep and you sleep like garbage? Maybe. But you don't have to do it every day. That's not going to be constructive for you, right? So my next level lesson, and I'll kick it to you for yours, start from a place that's constructive and just start taking more ownership and more feedback of the things that you are in control of. And I'm telling you, eventually you will be grateful you did. In the interim, it doesn't feel great, but the Snuggie is always going to be there, but it's never going to help you get better. You're always going to go back and it's going to be the same Snuggie on the same couch. Growth, the problems will improve. The solutions will be better. You will improve. You'll feel better about yourself. Self-belief, self-worth, all that stuff.
My next level lesson. I'll never forget when I first met Emilia. It was a first or second date, and I said, "Can you grow without challenge?" She turned to me. She said, "No." And I said, can you have challenge without any pain? She said, no. I said, why are we avoiding, and again, she wasn't as pretentious as I just made it sound, but why are we avoiding the one thing that's actually good for us? The right amount of pain is good for us. To Kevin's point, if you're already injured, you need rest and recovery. I'm with you. Emotional injury, I'm with you. There are times when I tell Emilia, I said, I'm vulnerable right now. Be nice, not nice. Like, we'll say that because she'll be hardcore and I'll say, not nice. Like, I need you to take it easy on me right now. I texted you. I said, I'm sorry if I was too hard on you because you've been going through it. To you, Kev, I am trying to be aware, but if I'm always babying you, what the fuck are we doing here, right? There's an emotional state. What is constructive and what is destructive? It comes down to that. And that changes on the day-to-day, month-to-month, year-to-year. What is constructive for someone at the beginning of running is very different than someone who's a, marathoner. A marathoner is like, hey, get out there and fucking run, right? What are we doing here? Someone who's brand new, you can't say that. That doesn't make any sense, right? So at the end of the day, stay in the constructive zone, which is the right amount of feedback, the right amount of truth, the right amount of intensity. And just like in the gym, you put the right amount of weight for growth. If you put on too much weight, you get injured. If you don't put on enough, you don't grow. Aim too high and you get humble pie. Aim too low and you won't grow.
Boom. I thought you were going to say shoot for the moon. If you miss, you're still amongst the stars.
No. Why would I say that?
I don't know.
We don't think that's a good saying.
I think it's bad. Yeah, I think it's bad. You die. You miss, you die. Off into the abyss. I don't even know what's going to happen. You could turn into an asteroid. I have no idea what's going to happen to you. But it's not going to be good. It's definitely not going to be good. Floating around Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. All right. If you're looking for growth and you're looking to make sure you're growing and not distracting yourself from the stuff that really freaking matters, join our private Facebook group, Next Level Nation, a daily, gentle kick in the butt to help you get to where you want to get to.
And if you want some more fitness accountability, we have a fitness accountability group that Kevin and I have been in every single day. It's called Next Level Fitness Accountability, very original. It's a private WhatsApp group. DM myself or Kevin on Instagram and or email us, both of which will be in the show notes. It's totally free. There's people on fire in there. I'm telling you, there's jokes going on. Kevin was flexing. Someone did a little gif of SpongeBob flexing. It's awesome. It's not a toxic place. It's just a place where you get to be around people getting after it.
Boom. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. And at NLU, we don't have fans. We have family. We will talk to you all tomorrow.
Keep it next level. Next Level Nation.